Oh my god, stop, bro. I'm stuck. Can you help me?
I'm gonna come.
A few months ago, you guys told me about a Zack Felms clone called Zack Felms. But after making 4 different videos about him, I lost so many brain cells that I decided to take the RGB butt plug out of my ass and suck on it like a cigarette. Anyways, let's see how many more of his videos I can watch before I become clinically brain dead. Chinese finger trap trick.
If you put your fingers in a Chinese finger trap and try to pull them out, you will see that this is not possible, because when pulled, the fibers contract around your fingers. To escape the trap, you should instead push your fingers together and this will release it, but never use the trap with another person. If you have to, just make sure you put your finger...
Okay, you guys got to chill. You guys actually have to chill. Do not ever use a Chinese finger trap on your dingling with another man. I mean, it's fine. It's okay to be gay, but just don't put your dingling into one of these. Because how is it your first thought to put your dingling into one of these? And second of all, how would your dingling even fit into one of these? Your dingling would have to be thinner than a finger. That is insane. I feel sorry for anyone whose dingling is thinner than their finger. No offense. But if you do happen to be in a situation where your dingling is stuck with another man's dingling inside one of these things, I'm pretty sure you're just meant to wait to, you know, become soft, like unhard. Just wait it out. Just stop making eye contact. Just like think about something else, and then eventually it will shrink into like a little shrimp, and then you can just, you know, go your separate ways. The gamer who plays with his tongue.
He licks the buttons on the controller that control the movements in the game, which means he only uses his tongue to play. When he was a child, he fell off his bike and his body was paralyzed except for his tongue. Now he uses it to control the movements in the game. Unfortunately, this technology has arrived in the yo, what the kind of
Bro, that is diabolical. I don't know whether you're allowed to laugh at that. That is insanely disrespectful, because I've seen this story before. I know that this person exists in real life, and you're just forcing him to play some random sussy game sucking someone's dingling. What game was he even playing? Was he playing P. Diddy Simulator or something? I don't think you can even buy like this sort of controller, because it was custom made for him, so I can't even buy it myself. If of course I don't want to buy it for myself because I don't want to play this game, but okay, what am I even saying at this point? But anyways, he actually exists. Like, this is an actual thing. Can you escape a giant sticky trap?
If you set a giant sticky trap, can you run fast enough to get over it? This type of trap is used to catch mice or cockroaches and is incredibly effective given its stickiness and the weight of the animal. A person of average weight would need to run at around 90 miles per hour, but as soon as you...
Oh my god, okay. I was sort of thinking that the entire time. What is the source of this sticky stuff? Like, this, maybe it looks like glue, but I'm pretty sure it was this guy's homemade special sauce. And so the way this sticky trap works is that they trap someone using the sticky trap, then they, like, you know, take them off, and they make them, you know, they extract the homemade special sauce, and then they pour the homemade special sauce onto a new trap, and then they trap someone else, and then the cycle continues. It's trap, extract, release. Trap, extract, release. He actually overcame it, I believe. Shut up. The Queen's secret nobody knows.
2 people would intentionally hide under the Queen's dress before an important speech. You see, when the Queen wanted to pee, one woman would collect it in a cup while the other would drink it. This allowed the Queen to pee without leaving the conversation. But if the Queen needed to fart, one of the two had...
Bro, is this true? I feel like this could be true. It makes logical sense. But at the same time, if this is true, that is horrible. Is this true? I have to find out. No, okay, so it wasn't true, I don't think. Wait, let me just double check.
Hawk to hawk to
The queen would secretly hide 2 attendants under her gown. You see,
What?
royal court events were often long, and
Bro, I feel like I think I just found a Zack Felms cloned ripoff. They've just done the exact same thing here. Who is this? AZ Media. Oh, it's an actual thing. Wait, this guy's an actual what? So this is the Zack Felms clone. So Zack Felms is a Zack Felms Zack clone. I think they have the exact same script as well for that one. So allegedly the strat is to have 2 female servants underneath there to drink the piss. No. So first of all, they gotta extract the piss, and then they gotta get rid of it somehow. Okay, that would be. I mean, okay. Honestly, it depends who it is. Like, if the queen is a baddie, absolute baddie with massive mummy milkers, I wouldn't mind being the second person, because just imagine like being able to drink the piss of your crush, and you get paid for it as well. That's a bonus. And even with the farts, so I assume what happens is that you have to, you know, put your mouth right up to the guyette and sort of suck the fart out so that she can't be heard farting. But then that is even better than the piss. Honestly, yeah, I think that's better. Because then you don't need to, you know, request, like, farts in jars and all that stuff. You can just, like, get it fresh. You can get it straight from the source. Just extract it straight into your mouth. And then you can savor the flavor. Just keep it there for the entire day. I'd literally just be like this for the entire day. After receiving the fart, they'd be like... Why do royal guards wear big hats?
Why do the royal guards wear such large hats compared to their bodies? Well, you might think it's to appear taller and intimidating, but that's not the case. Guards were chosen only if they had pointed heads, so they could hide them under their hats. And when ammunition ran out in battle, the guards could be used as well.
Okay, I'm sure that is 100% true. I don't even know the real reason why they wear large hats, and so I'm just gonna assume that this is the actual reason. Like, imagine some, like, 3-year-old kid scrolling through YouTube shorts and they don't know the answer either, and then they believe this for the rest of their life. The guard turns itself into a bullet of a cannon and just, you know, does a September 11th to whatever they're trying to shoot into. So you can only become a royal guard if your head is shaped like a garden gnome. Look at that dome, Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, if I was him, if I had a head that big, I would probably wear that hat anyways. Even if I don't get selected as a royal guard, I'd probably buy one of these so I could hide my massive head. KSI should become a royal guard. Okay, you need to chill. You actually need to calm down. How to win Jenga every time.
Always start from the top middle block. This is the least risky move. As the game continues, identify and gently test blocks to find the ones that are easiest to pull out. A key strategy is to leave unstable side blocks for your opponent and never touch the corners first. But if your opponent also start from the top middle block, then use a tiny special C4 block and insert it in.
I mean, first of all, are you even allowed to start from the top middle block? I swear that's against the rules. And second of all, where did you even get that C4 Jenga block constructed? I feel like you should only place one of these if you're, like, literally about to lose the game, not at the very beginning. But I'm pretty sure the strat is to do, like, the complete opposite of what Zeck Film said. Like, he says don't touch the corner blocks, but I'm pretty sure you're meant to touch the corner blocks. You're meant to just remove every single corner block so it's, like more unstable. The rings keep getting larger.
Start by making a small hole in the lips. This makes it easier to insert the first smaller ring. Once the wound has healed, the ring is removed and a larger one is inserted. This is repeated several times until the desired size is reached. In their beautiful culture, this is a sign of beauty and maturity. Generally, those with the largest rings are seen.
Oh my god, okay. So I assume the bigger the ring, the bigger the guyette, and the bigger the lasagna, and the bigger the dingaling? No, actually no, they don't have dingalings. So the bigger the ring, the more beautiful they are, even if they are absolutely clapped like this grandma over here. Since her ring is so big that it is an actual tank, I guess she is the most beautiful, but I mean, honestly, if I lived in this sort of community, someone else can have her. Like, no offense, in the most respectful way possible. So, be my guest, okay? Be my guest. You can go ahead. I'll just take someone else, okay? I'll take one of these people over here. But I guess she'd be useful in, like, World War III if we ever, you know, get to that stage. She can somehow conceal and hide a tank in her lip. How is she ever, like, meant to catch a plane or even go to the airport? That is 100% getting detected by the metal detector at the airport. There is no way you can bring that through, like, the terminal and onto the plane. He escaped prison with a cannon.
The man escaped from prison by shooting a ball and chain from a cannon, according to legend. But this is impossible. The ball and chain is made of solid iron and weighs about 45 pounds on its own. It was designed to slow down prisoners in case of escape. The prisoner actually managed to load it into the cannon, but when he fired...
Oh, okay. I don't know what is worse, losing your leg or getting a stage 4 explosive diarrhea directly into the face by some random police officer. And look at his face as well. Look at this sick freak. He actually enjoyed it. He enjoys doing this to the prisoners. This is the only reason why he signed up to become a prison guard, so that he could, you know, catch people trying to escape and have the excuse and every right to sit on them and release an explosive, silent but deadly farts into their face. Because it's always the silent ones that are the worst one. It's like a, what is it called? It's sort of like an egg fart. I feel like the loudest farts are like always, you know, the most bearable ones, but it's always the silent ones that creep up behind you and brutally diddle you. Can pigeons lay grenades?
If a pigeon eats gunpowder, will it lay grenades instead of eggs? This bird usually feeds on worms or seeds found in nature, but feeding it gunpowder will transform its reproductive system into a natural grenade factory. Technically, all you need to do is attach a magazine and a trigger. You should have a 100% functional grenade launcher.
Okay, that is good to know. Although I don't think I'm ever going to do that in my entire life. So you can create a homemade, organic, but not vegan-friendly grenade launcher using a pigeon. Great. Okay. Now what? Like, what am I meant to do with this information? Are these the type of weapons they're developing inside Area 51? Is this why Area 51 is so, like, you know, highly confidential? This is the type of stuff that they don't want us to know. So Zeck Felms has escaped from Area 51 with this piece of information. But I mean, there's really nothing we can do with it. So I guess we have confirmation that pigeons aren't real. Pigeons are just robots, you know, like sent by the government to spy on us. Because when was the last time you saw a baby pigeon? Baby pigeons don't exist. And so therefore, the only explanation is that pigeons must be robots or clones or animatronics. How to win rock, paper, scissors.
If you play scissors, you have less chance of winning. Statistically, women play scissors more than other shapes because it is a simple gesture. So instead, always play rock as your first move because you have a 35% greater chance of winning. But if your opponent plays paper, then you do a triple round.
Okay, we do not do that, okay? We do not condone violence on this channel. If you lose rock, paper, scissors, fair and square, just accept it, cop it on the chin. That's just a skill diff. You just need to get good, actually get good. But is this true though? Is this actually true? Women tend to play scissors more because it's a simpler, simpler gesture? I feel like that's a little bit sexist. I feel like if that's not true, then that is a massively sexist thing to say. But I wonder what this gesture is. This is not rock, paper, or scissors. This is just a way to sort of piss off your opponent and just distract them mid-round. But I think that's why ultimately, if you ever play rock, paper, scissors, I feel like the safest bet might be to just go rock or paper, because everyone goes rock, and so if you do rock against rock, it's just gonna, you're not gonna lose, you're not gonna win, and so at least you won't lose. Statistically, if you do a triple roundhouse kick as your first move, you have a 100% greater chance of winning in rock, paper, scissors. Can you handle a giant sniper rifle?
If you fired a giant sniper rifle, could you handle the recoil? A normal sniper rifle is generally between 40 and 60 inches long, with 51mm caliber 30 bullets. So if you fired a giant one, you shouldn't be able to handle it, and it would be enough to get pregnant and probably have a happy family.
Huh? How? What the recoil? Okay. I think I know what he means by recoil. So instead of the gun recoil, I think it's like the back shot recoil. So the sniper with the how long is it again? The 40 to 60 inch sniper barrel gave him back shots up the ass and gave him the massive recoil, and then because of that he became pregnant. Okay, great. Somehow he excreted this giant bullet out of his lasagna? No, his ass? No. Where would this come out of? But at least the father is still here. At least the sniper rifle didn't go and, get the milk. How to ride a horse properly.
Put your foot in the stirrup and hold on to the saddle to prevent slipping. Push your right leg up forcefully to help you climb on. Then swing your left leg over. Keep an upright position. Then press the red button to activate ride mode. Insert and turn the keys to start the engine. Finally, slowly speed up with the throttle.
Bro, slowly speed up. They said slowly speed up. That horse shot off like how a wet diarrhea, explosive diarrhea shoots out my ass. But the scary thing is that the first half of this was pretty educational. I'm pretty sure this is how you actually get onto a horse. Like imagine some random kid who wants to be a horse racer when they're older, like watching this video to try and, this is their first time ever learning how to ride a horse. And then they see this back half. They think there's an actual red button on every single horse. And they think every horse can grow an exhaust out of their ass. Like these are the two assholes, and then you can just we're not gonna stick our dinglings in there, but instead we're going to ignite the engine. Where could the engine possibly be? And they've attached motorbike handlebars onto the back. I mean, I guess this is a pretty decent addition that helps with steering, although it's a bit cruel. This is massive animal cruelty violations here. If you have a diesel horse, this shouldn't work, I believe. Okay, yeah, so maybe only petrol. What about the electric horses though? Cheating American pool is easy.
A tiny nail is placed inside the drilled hole, then glued shut and repainted. This makes one side of the ball heavier, causing the ball to roll where you want. So in a tense moment during the pool game, look for the spot where the nail is and pull the rod so fast.
Okay. That is assault. We're not going to do that. We are not going to do that. Is the goal of the game to win, or is it to brutally diddle our opponents? Because maybe the definition of winning is, just brutally diddling and traumatizing our opponent. But even if you did do this to the ball, wouldn't that, make it very uneven? So anytime you hit the ball, it's just going to roll really weirdly. The Monty Hall problem.
Imagine you have to defuse a bomb with a blue, red, and green wire. One of these will defuse it. The other two will make it explode. You choose the blue wire, but when you are about to cut it, a message appears on the bomb screen saying that the blue wire will detonate it. Now you have to choose between the red and green wires. If you think you have a 50-50 chance, you're wrong. Honestly, I don't know what the to do anymore. Maybe double it and give it to the next person.
Okay, I mean, that had potential. This video actually had potential to be educational, because I'm pretty sure I know what this is. So this is a it's a bit of a what was it, like a common misconception. So basically the point he was trying to make. So let me just explain what the real short of this would have been. So basically, if there are 3 options and you have to pick one of them to succeed, if you guess the green wire, for example, and the bomb tells you that the blue wire is wrong, then that means the good one is either the green one or the red one. And so the question is, should you change your decision from the green wire to the red wire, or should you keep it the same as the green wire? And so the misconception is that you should keep it as the green wire because it doesn't really matter, but it actually does matter, because at the beginning there's a 1 in 3 chance of picking the correct one, so that's a 1/3 chance. And so you pick the green one, and yeah, there's a chance that it could be it because they said that the blue one is not it. However, when they say that the blue one is not it, then it turns into a 50-50 between the green one and the red one. And so remember, at the start you had a 1/3 chance, so you pick the green one, which means that the probability of you selecting the actual proper one from the start is 1/3, which is actually lower than a 50-50, which is now. And so since it is a 50-50, you should actually switch. I'm pretty sure, statistically and probability, according to probability, you should actually switch, because the odds of you guessing it correctly, straight out the bat, was just 1/3, and that is less likely compared to knowing that it's either this one or that one. And people might say technically you can just reselect this one because it's a 50-50, but the thing is, at the start, it's a 1/3 chance of you picking this one as the correct one, and so a 1/3 chance is smaller than a 50-50, and so you should actually go with the red one instead in this situation, instead of reselecting whichever one you did.